Welcome back, everyone, to Let's Play Field of Glory Empires as Pontus, episode number 22. So, how are things going? First of all, there's been a delay since the last video. Actually, that's just because we had Ultimate Admiral's Dreadnought released, or Dreadnoughts released. And I've also been doing this A Legionary's Life. It's really fun. Right now is kind of an interesting dynamic period on the channel where, until the next Rule the Wave series starts, kind of finding different interesting things to fill the gap, and I really like that. So, let's get into the game here. Macedonia looks huge. I had not noticed, but they have basically gobbled up all of the Baltic area, or, yeah. Balkans. All of the Balkans area. Yeah, I mean, they've really, this is like I think it's because they've actually noticed that they shouldn't expand any further east. Or at least they've looked at the options and seen that they could go through me. I'm tiny compared to them. But if they do that, we're friendly right now, and I probably have a reasonable army, at least compared to the things that they're expanding towards. What they are not probably taking into consideration enough is the fact that I am Greek and they are Greek, and that's going to be pretty helpful. They, as far as I know, do not have the modifier of SOTUS, whatever. Alina's Soter. So anyway, okay, so that's significant. I would say Macedonia actually looks in a better position to win than Rome. The Carthage usurper has actually gained a lot of ground, so that's kind of fun to see. Everything else looks like it's the usual rise and fall of different nations. The Galii right now have expanded pretty well for themselves, but we know this is all just the ebb and flow of those tribes. Ptolemaic Egypt looks about the same. It looks like they've incorporated the Nabateans, which usually are right here. Yeah, but they have definitely lost some area over here to the Syrenes. And then we have, yeah, all these different nations which are springing up from the corpse of this Lucid Empire. Maria and Soccer are still just as intimidating as always. So. Okay, this brings us back down to the action here. So let's start by looking at some of the building options we have available. In fact, this one I'll save for last because it has the most difficult choice for us. You can see we're actually getting to the point where a lot of places, I think we just sold slaves and this is part of the problem. A lot of places are actually missing a building to, or the lack of, they will not have a building slot because we have less population than we have buildings, or something like that. I think although there are some options here, I think to street parlor. I don't know. The only one that really makes sense to me is whenever you see public works. It's going to help us move into and out of this area, which seems to me like a good idea. I'm not even sure if I want to continue and stay there, or if I want to continue. I mean, if I want to stay here or continue the advance and push on. Part of me thinks that if I push on, I should at least split up my army and leave some as a defense. Now note that both of these are Caucasian, so we're going to have really big troubles, I guess. These people are not going to respond well to us. And hopefully eventually we'll sell all of the Caucasian slaves. The only slaves which I don't want to sell are the Greek slaves, but I don't think they give you a choice. So you can see we've got all these slaves coming into our home regions. Actually, the only slave we have here is Hellenic, but... Okay, so we'll just choose the regional roads because, I mean, it doesn't look like we're going to have a whole lot. By the way, I think productivity is, just straight up 0 for these guys. So... we're at 0 here anyway. We might as well just put enough people here so we don't starve to death. Maybe one more just to a show of good faith. And then everyone else on infrastructure, it'll take 10 works for the public works to finish. 10 turns, I should say. 10 years. I don't know if that's, I don't even know if the province will be in our hands 10 turns from now, but we'll see. Okay, so we have an open slot in Perosta because the population did increase. We are limited here. We're going to have to be very careful. I didn't even look at this one. Okay, Clearwater, almost. Not even just almost, but clearly a no-brainer. What? Oh my gosh, this looks amazing. Courthouse. How can I get this elsewhere? This is going to be what I do. Yeah, there's only 3 options for healthcare buildings, so I will keep cycling until we get clear water back. But this 0-slot courthouse is amazing. Decadence reduction, revolt risk reduced. This is the place where I have a desire to keep up defenses, so if the next tier of walls comes up, I will prioritize that as well. Last, we have some buildings over here. I see the reason why I didn't know that was a new building area is because it's new population, but I was only checking places with the building icon. So speaking of places that I want to defend, here's oh my gosh, there was a courthouse here too. Where are these courthouses coming from? I don't think I've seen them until this point, but now they're just popping up all over the map. I had already kind of made up my mind that we would use Palisade, but I think we still will. Courthouse. These are times of war. This is a neighboring province against a nation who's at war with us, so I feel like that is a reasonable priority. Finally, the one that I don't want to spend too much time on, but it brings up a very interesting decision. So we're at 16 out of 19 here. We could do the city walls, which will free up another building slot. I don't think there's anything else we want to do from the top 4. I mean, city walls is the option. I don't want to do tools manufacturer just because we have that exact same building in the province next to it. Which leaves us to a royal court. Now, a royal court will take up a building slot. We don't have gold or ceramics, which means that we're losing possible culture from it. It will be -4 infrastructure, which I think we can handle, and -21 money, which will be expensive. However, look at the benefits it gives you. -2 decadence reduction, which is insane. And then on top of that, legacy increase of 1. So basically your victory point tick will go up. The only problem I have with building it here is that we don't even have that much decadence. Our decadence per turn in this area is, let's call it 1.2. And this is going to reduce that by 2, which gives us basically carte blanche to build whatever we want here. Part of me thinks that it would be better to put it here, which has currently a buildup of 1.4, including a slave market. We haven't even really gone that hard on decadence increasing things. So it's really a tough call. I really, really want to build this. Obviously, it has this faction-wide loyalty bonus of 5, extra capitals allowed 1. That's pretty amazing. Let's read the description. The Royal Court is a building unique to your nation and an upgrade of the Tribunal for empires and theocracies. So apparently we have the Tribunal. Oh. What is the Tribunal? I'm missing something here. I don't exactly know what's going on. Huh. Okay, whatever. There, a cohort of magistrates and censors will dispense swift justice. Sometime, the emperor, or sometimes, the emperor or theocrat himself will preside and judge random affairs, from petty theft to major offenses. Overall, it will stabilize the whole nation with its harsh but somehow fair rulings. So it's a national wonder, which I'm led to believe that just means you can only build one of them. That's a unique building, basically. And I don't know if it's going to come up again, or how often it will come up again. We definitely have the requisite number for tier 3s. It's really a tough decision, because if we build it here, I don't really know what it means. Again, I mean, what it means is that we can take a lot of decadence increasing things. Yeah, at least this is not the area that we already put a preceptor house, which is good because we don't need the extra decadence reduction. And there's a lot of decadence increasing things we can end up taking here then. Although, again, if I had to say, I still feel like the better option is to have one here. What does the Governor's Palace do? Does it actually decrease? No. Yeah, loyalty penalty is actually funny. The Governor's Palace provides a loyalty penalty. That's strange to me. I mean, here's another question. Can you even build a royal court in a place where you have a Governor's Palace? Excuse me, I'm still getting over a cold, but So I'm really torn on this, and with all the available options, I'm just going to choose it because I don't think we're long for the world in this game, this series. We're just waiting for this war to end. We'll probably wrap the series up, and then again we'll be starting against Carthage sometime later. So let's just do that, and now let's get to the fun of it. I think we'll split this army. We got to get rid of those Lydian archers eventually, right? So we'll probably just leave a whole bunch of... Okay, this is mountainous terrain, so... Oh yeah, that also reminds me. We want to start recruiting additional regular infantry. Just regular infantry. Because apparently we're going to need those. Okay, that's good. And then we're going to want to leave... I think we'll leave... What's the terrain we're going to move into? Mountainous... Mountainous. Okay, so what we're going to do is leave our heavy infantry here. We'll split. By the way, I didn't want to do it that way, but that's fine. We can do it this way as well. How are our war chariots? Defense penalty in 2 in mountainous terrains. What's our heavy is defense penalty of 2. Okay, so the war chariots are technically almost as bad to keep. The reason why they're not as bad is because they're so experienced. They're probably okay to keep. Plus, I don't think that they survive very well. I don't find that they're very effective. Like, what's their combat rating? 3-1, 3... Yeah, they're not that good. I think that they're pretty much overrated. Food usage of 1. Yeah, so let's just leave them with the army because I don't care if they die, basically. Split this guy into... Can I just... Split this guy and then merge, I guess. It's not ideal. And then we want to get some of our other archers. What do we want? How many do we want? 3 of them, maybe? 4. We'll just take 4. Split and merge with there. Okay, good. So this is going to be a second backup army. It's better not to have a leader than to have this guy, which is weird, but it's just the way it is. And now we can continue our push into mountainous terrain, which is, you know, not ideal. So there's 4 here. I'm seeing cavalry, which is not going to be very effective against us. 2-1. Otherwise, we have a 1-1 with 3 units. The question is, which one is more beneficial for us to take? They're actually both not good. Well, we're not too surprised to see that. I think we'll take this one. We'll just go dunk. Because are we at war with the Colchis? I can't remember. Can't keep track of all the people we're at war with. No. Okay, so we're not. Pontus. We are at war with Atropatene. However you say that. Armenia, which we're attacking. Alani, which is up north. And then Scythia, which is also up north. So that's not too bad. So we only have to worry about Armenia and Atropatene. Atropatene? I'm just going to have to look it up on Google or something. It's just silly for me to try to guess. Okay, but those 6 we're leaving behind in a mountainous terrain. I feel pretty good about that. The frontage is 5. Well, if the frontage is 5, let's leave maybe a couple more people. I sadly need to take all the regular infantry. But here, we'll take this guy off as well. Because he actually is damaged anyway, so he needs to heal up. So we have 4 for the front line. And we have our war chariots. Yeah, whatever. I'm sure it's fine. Okay, so we're all set down there. And our army's attacking up here. Okay, so that turn took forever, but it's even possible for me to do one of the tactical battles. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely possible. Looks like the Scythian army fled. Okay, 4 units here. I think this is going to be a blowaway. Yeah, It's just the urban militia. They have a chance. Okay. That's good. Yeah. So we did take some damage, just because the worst die roll. If we had even rolled one less, we would have taken less damage, which is funny, but it's the way it goes. Regular infantry too, which is unfortunate. We can actually tag team them in and out, I suppose. Well, we have new regular infantry we can bring up. We'll just do that. Oh, wow, we're up to number 7. Hooray. And we dropped 2, but we did gain a progress token here, which is good. So we'll probably soon be in a golden age. Someone finally, thanks to Hama. Is that it? Kama? I forget your name, Hama. You're Hama right now. But you and I both know who I'm referring to, which is you. He mentioned that the gold, it just means that that nation is in a golden age. I think, is it here? Or what does it mean here? So Macedonia definitely has taken lead over Rome. That makes sense. Okay, Azerones asking for help. That's interesting. So is Palmarine. I mean, in theory, we want to take all these places. I'm not going to accept those cooperation. Oh, yes, fantastic. Let's sell more slaves. It gives us money. It gets rid of people I don't want. Conquered. Yeah, well, that's not really saying much. Okay, here's an army of 10, so that's actually something we'll have to be careful about. Should I leapfrog my army forward? No, because we need to quell rebellions. Oh no, it was raided. Well, I think we're just going to go ahead and counterattack. So if I do this, it'll actually attack the army. I'm going to try to grab that army. So I'll be sieging. Scythia inflicted a few casualties. That's fine, because we're now gone. And we did build the palisades here, which is good. Oh, we could get a slave market. That's interesting. A salt marsh, which I also like. Preceptor house, no way. Stables is pretty good. It's one of the best military ones because it gives us that infrastructure. Well, 11 out of 15. We're doing okay on slots for now. I think I'm going to do the stables for now because it gives us equipment, infrastructure. So things I think we need. Building slot here. Well, we don't have any buildings. We have to choose one which is a 0 slot. So I think we're actually going to go... Oh, we're going to grow in 1 turn. So we could do something... We do want a third... I think we already have lumber in one of these places. Is this? Sawmill. Huh. Charcoal? Huh, we don't. Okay, let's get a lumber mill here then. Wood cutting. Yeah, that'll provide it to all the neighbors, which is nice. Who else? You actually need something to do. Oh, another slave market. The tavern is probably what I'll go for here. So we're getting more money and -1 infrastructure, but loyalty bonus, which is necessary. So let's just do that. I don't think there's anything else we need to do here. Just check out these provinces. Looks like they're all being entertained or appropriately dealt with. I can move this army here just because I want, or navy I should say, here because I want to block the transport of Scythian troops around. That'll hopefully kind of protect the flanks of these. Really, it's the worst case is just as a Beatus here is vulnerable from a direct invasion from the nomadic... no, I mean, actually, that's nomadic independence, so we'll know when the Scythians are coming. Except for right here. We won't know, but at least we have a palisade over there. Alright, you guys need to move over here. It's going to take 2 turns, huh? Okay, well, so be it. And I guess this turn is a little bit easier for us. It's not too difficult. Not so precious iron. What are we going to do? Sell the iron? Honestly, selling the iron is not a bad... Oh, 600. What? We don't even have that much metal. We don't need the manpower. Yeah, you're abysmal diplomat. Okay, so we're not going to make very many friends right now. That's okay. What else? Yeah, we might even wait a turn for these guys to recover. So it looks like they're going to camp out in the capital of Armenia, which, not too surprisingly, is called Armenia. And we do have loyalty issues going on, so it probably does make sense for us to wait a little bit. And we probably don't need this entire army charging forward, but this is nice open areas where we could actually use that big army. So, and all these places have palisades at the very least, which will give us at least 1 turn to react to anything. Because even this place only has palisades, but survived, I think, more than just a turn. What happened? My middle click suddenly... Okay, there we go. It wasn't working for a moment. So I think we could probably just bring this one to a close nice and quick. The turn, not the video. Moving, 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 and staying. Okay, let's do it. I wonder if we're going to run out of supplies in the mountainous area. Okay, so we did get here. 5 units. I think that this is going to be a massacre. I know it's going to be a massacre. Oh my god, the only... Whoa. Okay. Yeah, the only one that stood a chance. It was not too surprising. So nobody lost anything. I think one of my guys lost effectiveness. Yeah, 2 of them lost effectiveness. But I think that recovers... Okay, well, it won't be recovered for this battle, but it'll be recovered for the next one. This is going to be very bad for them. Not too surprising. Does that mean we conquered the province? We did. Okay. Well, I guess they won't be raiding that province anymore. We're kind of protecting our original population area. And I think one of these... Is one of these still given as a victory point request? Boy, I can't wait for the Golden Age. I don't know what it does. I imagine it just increases money 10%. I'm just throwing wild imagination out there. It should increase trade. That's what it should do. But let's see. We took it. Tarimba was raided. And what happened? But the defense easily repelled the invaders. Yeah. Well, considering we have a huge army in there, you would imagine. This is a new objective. My goodness, you guys are crazy. Just basically want me to attack the Macedonians. They want me to die. They want me to kill myself. But this place actually does have pretty decent loyalty. What I would like here is a conversion bonus. It's one of the rare places where we don't really have... Actually, no. We have 1 citizen. Okay, so it's not a big deal. Well, if that's the case, we probably should consider food and health to get this place growing quickly. Yeah, I'm going to go with the smokehouse. See if that helps. Clear water. It's like a no-brainer. Speaking of no-brainers, I think up here somewhere. Oh, still some more turns before we finish. I forget where it was that we did that, but this looks like nobody needs my attention right now. And probably that's also a little bit because these guys are hitting their population cap. Yeah, we just sold more slaves, that's right. So, lest I forget. Okay, well, that simplifies things. Let's just try to attack this army. How bad is it? Yeah, population is just going to revolt. But I don't really care. Actually, the main thing I want to do, I could even give this place up. I think there's a way you can do that. Abandoned province. I mean, this is just not good in any way. Doesn't seem like anything I can even do will help. But now at least we see the Scythian armies. They're really not that much. They're no match for us. Which we expected. Especially because Scythia has been in war since time immemorial. Okay, well let's just end the turn and see what happens. Yeah, I feel pretty confident about this. Okay, let's go. I'm curious to see what happens with the Alani territory we just took. Once I leave, will there be a revolt of some kind? Okay, so they actually have pretty good combat strength here. It is the plains, huge frontage. This is actually a proper battle. We honestly could have played this out as a tactical one. I don't think we're guaranteed to win this. This is... Well, I mean, I do have mercenaries here, I think. Yeah, well, some. We'll see how they do. It's a big fight. Lost the first. One, so we're 1-1. Let's call all those even. So we're 1-0. We're 1-1. Yeah, was that to kill my mercenary cavalry? That's actually a good thing. I don't care about that. Oh, that's bad for the heavy infantry. Amazing that the heavy infantry can take that bad of a die roll and still survive. You know, it does not look... so crazy. Oh, wow. I guess we did enough. But mind you, I did not... I mean, it's kind of nice that we're losing some of these units that are expensive. The Pontic archers I don't want to lose. The Indian Tolling cavalry I'd probably rather not lose. Regular infantry I'd like to get experienced and then therefore keep. Same with the heavy infantry. Cavalry I'm kind of indifferent about. Skirmishers I'd like to keep. Yeah, but mercenary cavalry, not interested in keeping. Whoops, this poor guy. Okay, I don't know why, but we're gonna watch this guy die. He almost didn't die. So it'll be interesting to see what happens here in Tarambe. Okay, still stable. One more. We're expecting it, I guess, we're more or less expecting it to happen next turn. Better chance of it happening than not happening as of next turn. Building development focus. Regions will reshuffle some of their building proposals with an emphasis on harbor, walls, or workshops. Okay, let's view that. So we cannot do this until we have an academy. Okay, I don't know how to get that, so... Our regions are populous. So what is this? This is to get rid of manpower? So we can lose 1,000 manpower, which we don't have anywhere near. Yeah, well, that's silly. I guess the option appears when you have 500, but you really can't do it until you get 1,000. Wow, a new objective. Oh, okay, well that makes sense. This place is... Well, that's the place we're at war with. And there, by the way, is the huge Armenian army. Well, it's good to know that they exist. Clearwater has been built here. Actually, that's not too bad. Master Herbalist. Huh. Let's do it. Okay, 7 more turns there. And everything's coming along. What do we finish here? Large walls. Ah, it's really nice. Scriptorium? Wow. But all these things need papyrus, which is frustrating. We might even just be able to eat the money penalty for not having it, but there's no way we're going to get papyrus to all these places. Forge looks pretty good. Money 13, metal 13. So we have 3 slots available here. We should be a little mindful of that. You know, honestly, I honestly don't really like any of these. Resistance, our equipment stockpile is nice. But we have level 2 stuff available here. Huh, Scriptorium. It's tough. I think we're just going to take them off. Put them on culture. Again, this is a place that doesn't have... It does have some loyalty issues. Does this provide loyalty? No, it doesn't. So if something provides loyalty, that's what we're interested in. So, saw an invasion. The local forces crushed the invaders. Yeah, as we'd expect. This force I'm actually going to let sit and recuperate. Honestly, I would really like to abandon, but I don't see the option. I'm probably just not looking in the right place. Do you have to, like, destroy the buildings first? I thought you just lose legacy based on the number of population. So in this case, we'd actually lose a lot of legacy, 13 points worth, but I definitely do not see an option to abandon it. Oh well, what I want to do is move back, just like give it to them, let them have it again. Like, we want to just kind of leapfrog one step at a time. So yeah, that's the goal. I don't know if you guys heard that. It was like weird. It was either in this game or on my computer or somewhere else. I actually had like a dramatic trumpet or dramatic tuba suddenly enter. Tortuga's going insane. Okay, anyways, so let's finish this turn and then we'll probably call this video to a close after that. So we're shuffling. Every day we're shuffling. Yeah, I think we're good, and Navy's in the right spot. We got population here, more stuff. Okay, yeah, I don't see what's the best thing for us to do. I mean, this army being 2-way, what we could do is something like this. Put you here. You've rested, so people should be a little bit better. We can just take that. I mean, honestly, we might be able to get to the capital in time, but no, let's just do one thing at a time. These 4 will be here just in case. I mean, this is 7% revolt risk. It's actually not that high. You know what? It is weird, though. I don't... Do I want to, like, sit and actually do something decent? If I want to hold Kahlua, it's It's hard. I should either split my army again or... Alright, I'm just going to do this. I'm going to kind of split my army. Yeah, just do it. Because that's going to be a big army to fight in this mountainous areas. We are in the Caucasus, obviously, so... Looks like we preempted their attempt to raid. Not just raid, but actually full on go in. Got lucky that we... I mean, not lucky, but we rolled 2 dice lower than their 1. But it wasn't low, it didn't offset anything. We didn't take any damage. So, let these guys continue to heal. They didn't actually go into the territory because they probably didn't want to attack a territory where they thought I would be. Okay, good. So this means that they didn't move in to that territory. They have 7 units here. This is going to be interesting. I don't guarantee we win this one. Well, that helps. That doesn't. Oh, they killed it. Ugh. Well, that's good. Now we're back on. So we must have had a really bad die roll on this one. Can I go to the very beginning? What was the first die roll? Oh, it really wasn't that bad. They just had 1 regular infantry. I guess this was just terrible, or probably because we had war chariots supporting it. Yeah. Well, just don't put the war chariots in there, you big dummies. Yeah. Seems like the algorithm for putting troops is not exactly optimized. But that's okay. Okay, so there it is. Pontus continues to expand. I await our golden period. It should happen soon. But we've done a good job of expanding, taking some territories, killing off some armies. So we're in a good place. Oh, media. I mean, everyone likes us. I don't think we're going to care about them. Are they at war with them? Not sure, but yeah, they are. Well, of course they want cooperation, but so we took this from them. Probably the next obvious place is to go here to prevent them from taking it. We'll probably merge these two. But we might actually split it up again, just... Yeah, I think we need, let me actually take 2 and split these guys off and get them to go here as well. Because basically we want some support for the 15 here. And that group has 9. They're in good shape. Well, we have some, buildings we can construct, but we'll do that in the next episode so I can kind of take a look at it beforehand, save us a little bit of time of all the decision making. So for now, thanks for watching, and until the next episode, take care.